About the down, man. Where but now so say.
Oh, Nyamiadum say on the club football basia. Ana BBI come on.
Where you show the club football about who energy.
Oh yeah.
You are happy that club football is back?
Sure.
You are very sure.
More than happy.
Okay, you are more than happy.
Yeah, more than happy because on the basia the neck pressing officially is activated.
Who neck pressing?
You be Yanko Fubi.
How many be me? I want to be me. Okay, who now be me?
Ground sweat and sweaty.
My ground sweat. Yeah. Now the bone here, you can root me to Ghana. Ground sweat.
Why the catcher is no praises? I just walk on San okay.
I'll preach. I'm here to get our praises. But I'm the show. But I'm here.
We are the digital.
We are the digital. Nobody here. Virtual operations. Our football matches. Yo. Yeah, they are.
That's going to be a virtual meeting.
We are virtual.
If you now your meetings near there.
Okay.
And one of those grounds is a fertile.
Grounds need
Yeah.
What grounds was it?
So far, the idea will go on with be
okay.
Everything is fine.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Nah. 10-6. And started Jumedi know the preview of the games ever so this weekend. Meaning maybe out there shall say free.
Oh. Yeah, we shall see obviously from the English Premier League, and then we'll go through almost all of the games now. I say manager of the month, no, Abba, player of the month, Zine, all of those things we'll talk about. I say now, obviously we are Kofi Kesim international. UT media, listen with your attention. You didn't come on. We have very, very good preview analysis for you. Which English Premier League no Okoye. We have seen that we have Liverpool on top of the English Premier League table, only unbeaten. Arsenal and Chelsea here unbeaten. Those are the two teams that as it stands now are not unbeaten. Of course, Crystal Palace some unbeaten. 3 teams. Before that, there was Arsenal who was also unbeaten all against our English Premier League. And I say English Premier League this season, you have a lot of goals, and it's going to be more interesting. It's a very reminiscent starting analysis. Anna Slots and the manager of the month. I think it's deserved. For 3 games, now about all the 3 games, you deserve to be the player, the manager of the month. And now Premier League for the award man. I think it's the backless manager of the month of August. I call my Liverpool coach, a friend Anna Slots. And for me, since Anna Bar Liverpool, he has proven beyond doubt the quality that he possesses as a manager. On all fronts, every time you on a team, you see the quality and how he wants to play. And one of the things I've said several times to Anna Slots, they say he doesn't care. So obey give you certain things away or match his team just to get the ultimate. So no one I the train or show 4 crampona. Anna Slots doesn't care about it, and that's exactly what I brought here friend Anna Slots. The player of the month of August, no, echo my brand here friend Jack Grealish. Rich, what a story.
Before I'm about Jack Grealish there, no. I think Anna is celebrating here. Also, Papa ni beje adwuma no. Adwuma na so jogging club adwuma.
Yeah.
Shoes now no than in I be was too big.
Yeah.
And Oba no watch say adwuma no nim.
Yeah.
He knows his job.
Yeah.
So Oba so who say Papa ni nim na adwuma. The changes how I see effective changes. And the kind of result that the Liverpool team no. Okomane Newcastle. A certain wrong Gomoa. Young boy. Now game at that time, I think it was 2-2. Yeah, but point game, no. Then I say, young boy, sorry. Konokobo game ni be man or buy no. Obama Liverpool 3-2.
Yeah.
Quality coach.
Yeah. And Slot is good for me. Because say several times say one of my first metrics I made share how good a coach is send you to me explaining Ninsema Okano, because nipa bi won ma tactics no words na so chamo, but otimi breaking it down to the layman's perspective. Ebi 4-4-2 number, but Utiena he's so clear in his thoughts. Clarity of thought for me is the first indicator of people who know exactly what they're about. And Anna's thought has shown that he's a quality manager. The results are there for everybody to see. Jack Grealish also player of the month of August. Nice story. Jack wo niaba oye autistic Now, according to Jack Grealish, the ball no body in most of the salary that he makes goes to Ninia Bano. Unya feedback or more. Most of the story the game of boy now, the salary it goes into the taking care of Ninia Bano because he's autistic or a special need patient. Which inti bibi obeye biano it's about Ninia. And when that Man City ever be clear say he didn't have a future there, no, he knew that he had to move on. Rich Everton for Nigeria. Just one day to Jack Grealish's 30th birthday, when you're the best player of the month of August. And Rich, since Jack Grealish Bobo, you know, we're the very first time, Brentford friend Jack Grealish, and you're the player of the month since he started playing the English Premier League. And that is very, very good for Brentford. Your friend Jack Grealish, according to Manchester City, near the Aston Villa, it's at Everton. And he has been very, very instrumental to team and friend Everton since he came on my assist. In fact, almost a whole year without an assist. He gave an assist for in the first 3 games for team and friend of Everton, and he was very influential for them. Maybe that is why Brentford friend is Joao Pedro, Anthony Nyasa, best player of the month of August. I disagree a little. I think say should have been a Brentford friend Joao Pedro, but of course the technical committee and the voting park on GDC comma Jack Grealish, and that is fine. A Brentford friend Dominico Szoboszlai, undoubted the goal of the month of August. No, yes, a free kick no boy against Arsenal for no, and Utie Dominico. Me kai say abana Dominico every German Bundesliga nimu aba English Premier League. No, one of the things I said was that Liverpool for are going to see a player with a lot of thunderbolts. See a ball striking. Only a few are better than a Brentford friend Dominico Szoboszlai. Now his father is a coach or Hungary, only Hungarian for. Now I say ni papa no as a young boy. Now also ni papa training a lot of footballers. No, one of the things he saw was that he said ni papa was so emphatic on ball striking. The art of how popo no in chemu baby had the ball to club bono. And Dominico Bayano, people have seen the number of goals he has scored as thunderbolts, and also that free kick was against team and friend Arsenal. There was that story again after the game, in the game against Arsenal. I say, our brother Trent Alexander-Arnold on no free kicks. And now that Trent wasn't there in that game, you could see in the footage that Brentford friend Cody Gakpo and most of those Liverpool players were edging him on say also Kokoko Bobby, and the goals are going to come. Which immediately he went behind that one. He scored an excellent goal for team and your friend Liverpool and has been very, very instrumental. This weekend, the games are returning with a big one this morning. Just a couple of, 1 hour or so or less from now. Arsenal let's nephew actually team and friend in Nottingham Forest, which is the early kickoff case going to worry Arsenal against a Nottingham Forest team with a new manager bouncer in a Brentford friend Ange Postecoglou. But
Premier League now, fixtures no go vi.
Almost share.
Adi moment we
almost share actually.
Me sure some scripted no. Scripted.
I don't agree with you.
No. Show. Ya international break up. Ya ko buy na the first game I hear bo.
Yeah.
Arsenal and the last season stubborn side.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest neighbor.
Yeah.
Then you benya a Manchester derby in the Premier League.
Yeah.
We na bede. Aware like omo yes so that Premier League no po.
Yeah.
You would love to watch it.
Sure. Which I think that sometimes it happens coincidentally.
I don't think I'm sure it's a coincidence.
So how did they script this? Omko Ange. No
Omo but. Yenye say they are in bed.
But who can okay? We wouldn't have known at this point in time they are going to start.
No, I'm not looking at Ange Postecoglou Okuta.
Yeah.
Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
And I mean Mikel Arteta.
Yeah.
But I'm looking at the fixture.
Exactly what
Arsenal Nottingham Forest.
Yeah.
Maybe coach is Nimpo Mono.
Yeah. But Arsenal Nottingham Forest, normal. It could have been Arsenal Everton. A normal fixture. And two teams that buy a ball for the rich. A big game. Are you thinking that the new manager bounce now? Everything the indicator for the big issue of Brentford friend Ange Postecoglou going away with Arsenal now?
The new manager bounce in Belgium. A work.
All right, Nottingham Forest team make it on. Is it fit for Ange Postecoglou born or person born? Because you him Ange or you're more expansive. You be born him inverted fullback from the left and right and make sure say obe be ball in a more expansive way of play. Whilst we know say Arsenal home record no is one of the best that you play against in the league. Rich, so only you don't expect to win that game. So I think that it's a very, very big game for Ange Postecoglou coming at home to come and play against team and friend Arsenal Football Club, because when you stay at home to go to the Etihad Emirates, not Arsenal Koba, Edding, Rich, Arsenal showing you a fair share of injuries. Plus, then you come Man City here. Kai Havertz down. Abrantia, your friend, Bukayo Saka out. My Brentford friend William Saliba is out of the team. But in that Bukayo Saka area, it gives a huge advantage to Brentford friend Noni Madueke. But say after international break, we not got never work. I say after the who say Noni Madueke in born. Now, occur England. Now, occur no Arsenal. No, who say Noni Madueke bobo come pa. I don't think anything has changed. He has always been a quality player, and of course at Arsenal, in the absence of Bukayo Saka, I think that Brentford Noni Madueke is going to step up. This is a game where I'm very certain that there will be goals and over 1.5 will come. I know Arsenal at home, they're a very good team, and waiting to see at least a double chance. I think that the Nottingham Forest team is not suited to Ange Paul just yet. Into a set back. No, I trust the game now is very difficult for Arsenal for. It's an early kickoff, so you can decide to take it off. Most of the quotes I'm the on Arsenal any because of the early kickoff case that I don't want to be. But of course, and over 1.5 can be good in that game. Which the next game at 3 p.m. After that, even 3 p.m. games they break. Then and you may the Chelsea games comes in. Bournemouth and Brighton and Hove Albion at the Vitality Stadium.
Goals.
From both sides.
Yes.
When I looked at the data, these two teams, all the times of sharing down, a winning side in Penation.
By Brighton born on born, I think this
so you see, thoughts now, me who fiction, which is okay, this should be goals. Especially most things to score should be yes. But make sure on my share data just to see if I was on the right side or not. So that's what we were saying. Again, I think that on over 1.5 should be good in this one. It's Andoni Areola staying at home to play against Fabian Hasler. Two of the best young managers in the English Premier League. Everybody is back for Fabian Hasler. It's a good team. Or Manchester City just before the break. So they're on a very, very good side. Very open, expansive, attacking style of play from both teams. Also for Brentford and Andoni Areola with everybody back in the team. Antoine Semenyo traveled right after the Mali game. No, there is a Brentford friend Evan Nelson back in the team. So the team is solid and they'll be able to go off to go and deliver our game, our English Premier League game for team your friend Bournemouth. I think also they are going to be goals. Crystal Palace stay at home to play against Sunderland. Sunderland coach, nominated as coach of the month. I think in 3 games, but they've won about 2 of them. They've been very good. They've played against I think Wolverhampton Wanderers, and then one of those teams with Dango Ouattara, Brentford, Brentford Swabo. So it's a very, very good team. From the championship, the investment that they've done, 200 million plus investment, bringing players, Granit Xhaka into the team. Before Mwankasa, Brentford, your friend Edingra, also from Brighton and Hove Albion, into the team. But going away to Crystal Palace, I think Oliver Glasner has a solid base in the middle of the park, especially also in attack with our 3 back now. It's going to be difficult for team friend Sunderland, and of course I'm tilting say team friend Crystal Palace will get something out of this one. Everton ex-nephew against team friend Aston Villa. David Moyes has been good, I think that the level middle table teams, West Ham, Everton, he tends to do very well there. And Unai Emery and then the Aston Villa team are struggling in the opening time of the season. Losing certain players. Marco Asensio have not come back. They've now extended the contract of Emiliano Martinez. Almost small issues be in attack and in defense, and they are still struggling. They are Brentford and Jadon Sancho back, so they're hoping say Jadon can go on and then give them that attacking bites. But apart from that, it's the still same old crop with some other players from with team in him. Go away to Everton. Everton on fire. Everton double chance with you.
Aston Villa for me, Jadon Joe.
I
think almost started my show too much is also.
Those crowd are struggling to score. Okay. Next game is going to be the Fulham versus Leeds United. Also our London, our Craven Cottage. It's a game where I think also will come with a lot of goals. Daniel Farker team Leeds have been good since they came in the English Premier League, and they are playing against a very, very good manager in Marco Silva. Stubborn, especially at home. They'll make the game more difficult for Leeds United. So I'm going to be on the fringes. So this is a game that they are going to be at least an over 0.5 or some match. Newcastle against Wolverhampton Wanderers. Wolves are struggling under Jose Pereira. And then Newcastle are playing at home. They've gotten Yohan Wissa. They've gotten Nick Woltemade from Stuttgart. So it's a very good team with new attackers who can go and play. In the first few games, you share Newcastle. You can say, the absence of a striker is affecting the Newcastle United team. Now they seem to have sorted that problem in adding quality in attack in Nick Woltemade and a Brentford friend Yohan Wissa. The player who shared the most non-penalty goals last season in the English Premier League and a Brentford friend Yohan Wissa. This week, Osasu Shegu and the home country, I mean the DRC in the World Cup qualifiers team, I think Newcastle look like they are going to win this one. West Ham United, Graham Potter is under a lot of pressure. Now, although against Tottenham Hotspur, Mohamed Kudus is going back to the London Olympic Stadium. Rich, this is a game that I expect I do another over 1.5 ever 200. Then and in May, there's going to be a blockbuster at the G-Kek Community Stadium. Rich, Chelsea here tonight away to Brentford in a series of 4 away games straight. Chelsea are going to be on the road. Brentford is in London as well. I think it's a suburb of the place. And Chelsea for a call on them, so it's not too far a journey to make. Then the next one on the 17th of September, Chelsea go away to the Allianz Arena to go and play against team a friend Bayern Munich. Then of course, Omunyaba back to England. They go straight to Manchester to go and play against team and friend Manchester United on the 10th of September. Then Lincoln City in the final one also. Chelsea go and play against them also away from home. Which and what's the story? Say, the Athletic were reporting say just before the Club World Cup number starts, Chelsea ni Mohamed Kudus agree personal terms.
Where they feature me, Maminfa breaking news with fam. Or that's Rana, Ebo Omo game no tem. Ali kick off no. And Arsenal first 11 number. As usual, I imposed David Raya on the go post in mu. Timba Masquera, Gabriel Calafiori, Moreno, Zubimendi, Odegaard, Madueke, exit. Starting game no. Exit starting game no. Edna Victor Gokaris. Omonim ranted back come starting game no. So Arsenal, Raya, Timba, Mosquera, Gabriel, Magalhaes, Calafiori, Merino, Zubimendi, Odegaard, Madueke, Eze, and then Gokaris. I'm gonna start a game in the Arsenal. Yeah. Until Arsenal first 11. No?
That was expected. And what Arsenal did here, we have to see Nottingham Forest.
Yeah,
okay. Definitely. I mean, I think that was what I was expecting. They starting a lineup. Makane several times. Unless people who are looking at Noni Madueke with the lens of a Chelsea attacker. He's a quality winger. Whether you like it or not, everything points to it. And in the game like this, even if Bukayo Saka was present, Noni probably would have started on the left in all of these ones. It means that now Eze is on the left, Noni Madueke on the right. There is Martin Odegaard as the number 10. Then the 2 central midfielders as Mikel Merino and our Brentford friend Declan Rice. In the absence of our Brentford friend William Saliba, there's Christian Mosquera right there with our Brentford friend Gabriel Magalhaes right there. A very interesting setup for Arsenal for the and then we'll see how it's going to go. Wait, let me catch up. Say Chelsea Fono agreed personal terms with our Brentford friend Mohamed Kudus just before the Club World Cup. Now, Nanyaka the club-to-club agreement. Apparently, when Chelsea Fono are approaching West Ham United, some pay Mohamed Kudus, each I'm catch on West Ham 40 million plus Kenyan Drisby Hall. West Ham was the master.
Nottingham Forest, no. Sales as usual. Also that go post in Williams, Morato, Monero, Sangari, Hudson Odoi, Anderson, Gibbs White, Wood, Indoi, and Milenkovic. So the centre back first 11. Yeah, the centre back is going to be Milenkovic and then Murillo. Sure. Then Marcels is going to be imposed. In the middle, we're expecting Morgan Gibbs White more. Then Chris Wood lead the lines with Amabranti friend and Callum Hudson-Odoi on the flanks. This is a very strong team. Like I said, I expect that they will sit off team friend Arsenal and then try to catch them off with the pace of Amabranti friend Callum Hudson-Odoi in those channels. It's going to be a tight one because how will Noni Madueke move? Especially in that area. Arsenal wingers move we come anymore. The 1v1 that will create with Callum. One of the good players also 1v1 or Premier him and Brentford friend Callum Hudson-Odoi.
I mean, in just a couple of minutes, we'll be in for an exciting game. After Mohamed Kudus in Semno yesterday, Chelsea announced someone signing a brand friend Emmanuel Emega. Like not a brand your friend, and the air come Semno. I'll get time and I'll tell you about Emega. In Conforto, he said, oh yeah, a replacement of Nicolas Jackson. He's a different striker than Nicolas Jackson. At least, as with respect to the data, he's much more of a box center forward than him. Chelsea fully believe he said in the long term, Delap, Joao Pedro, and Emmanuel Emega are the people. Almost who say a lot of English Premier League clubs, any clubs in Europe, I started somebody and Brentford friend Emmanuel Emega didn't come on. So they spoke to him, say, okay, oh Strasbourg. Now you perceive over Chelsea, you promote to him, then you can play at a higher level. But this season, he's going to be with team my friend Strasbourg because just an agreement before time. Next season, and I'll join Chelsea for no. Now it's the big one, and then not really big. I mean, I now go away from home at Brentford, no, and I'm saying, "Oh, my money, my head." Rich, I think Saga Maresca has proven that when it comes to games like this, he knows how to manage it. And when I make catch-all, so the BBC titles this as the battle of the set-piece gurus between Bernardo Cueva, who is Chelsea's set-piece manager, and your friend Keith Andrews, who was the former set-piece manager and now the senior coach of team my friend at Brentford. So it's always going to be about the nitty-gritties of the game. Last season, under Keith Andrews, Brentford conceded just 4 goals in the Prem. Whilst this season, Bernardo Cueva has managed to get Chelsea to score 5 out of 7 over 3 games from Abono. So it means that there's a lot of quality in it. In fact, Mebeka has said in the Club World Cup that every game at Chelsea boy in the Club World Cup, they play their corner kick shots just so they could have a lot of movement. Now in the English Premier League, on the first 2 games, Naomi said they use Marco Correa as a decoy in the first post to flick for a second ball in the 16-yard box. After that, 6 teams start to win. Now they are using that as a much more decoy and attack the central areas. So Bernardo Cueva is doing some good work. Chelsea game now away at team my friend Brentford. Which anyway, I'm expecting that. And then Saga Maresca say the players now a free international window now banner. The good news is that Cole Palmer is back. I don't expect Cole Palmer to start this game. Who's the Chelsea double buying on Tuesday, right? It's the Brentford away. Cole Palmer has some few issues. You would want him for the bigger games.
So don't risk him.
I don't think you have to risk him. Obete say Andre Santos. Andre Santos scored Brazil in the 2 games. And only the game against Bolivia not starting. And then now in the pre-match press conference, I think Saga Maresca gave himself away. Enzo Fernandez, on international break, continued here for 2 weeks. Saga Maresca said he is going to be a number 10 going into this game. Which, one here was how much, we are going to see Alejandro Garnacho get his first game under Saga Maresca at Chelsea Football Club. My starting lineup, obviously, is going to be a 4 at the back for Chelsea. Malo Gusto will come into the team in this area. That means that on the left-hand side, I also don't expect Marco Correa to start Samachi. Because Correa has played game no all 90 minutes. Rhys James for England also played back-to-back for 3 days for almost a year on Yebida. In fifth one, Enzo should be back. Dario Esugo. So I'm expecting there's going to be more Caicedo in fifth one with Enzo than Andre Santos. Dropping Cole Palmer to the bench. Dropping Correa to the starting to the bench also. Joao Pedro and a lot of the games for Brazil. So he obviously will be the second striker or the number 10. The McGill will lead the lines. Of course, the wingers, I'm expecting Jamie Gittins, and Brentford and Estevan Willian. Brentford, yes, tough team. But then away from home in the evening, I expect Chelsea to have enough to get a job done. I think they can soak the pressure, go into the wide areas, and then open up the Brentford team and then get a job done. Nyami had much now, the Manchester derby. Big one.
Big sir.
Manchester derby, Manchester derby. Your ball Pajo Craig.
Manchester derby. Na me can write up here or ESPN.
Yeah.
And now Okase. So I was the previous meeting. I'm the Bobo winner.
Yeah.
Now the game was too boring. We got 2 teams, of late to be a Monday morning and
boring.
Because a derby.
Muna money a boring. Muna mukama kwa tinexi.
Enyesa.
Nini biasa sana moye.
Enyesa.
Because it's here the biasa sana moye.
A derby game. Inti abas will be up at the bragging right. Inti unshede who tactics bebre has a ball no a rough.
Because who coach in the biasa sana moye.
Enyesa.
Only as no share sana moye.
Enyesa.
No amboni kum. Wait, okay, English Premier League nima. Muna mo creating the most chances. But in that data as well, there is also Manchester United who have played fewer passes to chance. Do you know what that means? What it means that ball move because more in brain money says koni we move any kunyentino. Munya ball na long.
That is why I want to go maybe so I can eat Manchester come on.
Yeah.
Me catch you say. Minim how yen scouting team no. Omude to mo so omude two players in the mind. Because Sawasha about 3 seasons running. Manchester your biggest problem is goal scoring.
Yeah.
You create chances by intimidation.
But say more two top goal scorers.
And then the man Santo will be ever question what do man away no. Yeah, two strikers not like Yentobi. Yeah, Toby. Meboa. Yeah, near was Xi. And your Hotland, he say Hotland the Amana Cup.
But that's what Xi is.
Xi is still there.
Okay.
And your Kofo Ayakwe. Agwane Natin.
Aware.
Yeah, Benjamin.
One also yard. They tell them I also yard. What's the Wadiana? And then the neck. Because so again, me who's what's wagging. Because you may get a cardboard on a Uncle.
What opinion on Benjamin Sesko? This was on Yadi.
Maybe to say coffee was a
and the other plan make
okay. I'm not told you how to say. You're ready. Again for my
you see, on a more certain coffee. So with data. Now we team about 3 seasons here. Your major problem is goal scoring.
Yeah.
And we to be creating chance now with team channel. Not until now you top strikers. Not like you top striker no be because okay someone top striker. Now still now a problem though. You team solve here. Then there's a problem.
Yeah, it's a big problem.
That's a problem. And me feel say no need about one. I'll say a team and I say club.
I think that this game is going to be very chaotic and it plays into the hands of Manchester United. And
it will be a boring game.
City I think that City will not be able to control and game no be playing into the hands of Manchester United. And intina Ruben Amorim mutie setting on the boy na Amorim Eka say he is confident of this game because City will not get that control that they want. And if there is no control, then it fits Amorim's style of play. But still.
Osimhen na what's my bank of Benjamin Sesko? I ni be as upeja ba upeja no idea say. Upeja so but
prediction is arguing
likely draw. Likely.
I mean, Spanish La Liga, me time this one. So, Rich, this afternoon there's going to be Madrid playing against Real Sociedad away at the Anoeta. Now, just like Anna Slot has won the Manager of the Month, Xabi Alonso has won the Manager of the Month in Spain. And I've said it several times. Xabi has not done too many things, just the simple, wise things now. Simple things. Drop Vini at some point. Drop Rodrigo Goes. Bring in Franco Mastantuano. Get the balance in the team. And Madrid are firing. In fact, Oshe, you know what? The athletic data on my sample teams on my consider the least big chance our Spanish La Liga name Madrid and Industrial. So it means that they've been very compact. They've been very resolute. And they so create chances against them. And in all of them games, you can see from the common sense, not too much about tactics. Again, the usage of the fullback and the third man runs has been important and very, very glaring for team my friend football club Real Madrid. I mean, going away to Sociedad who are struggling. Sociedad about 3 games. So it means that they are under a lot of pressure. I think Madrid will win. Either team to win. I'm expecting that Madrid will go into a regular 4-3-3 on paper. A lot of the papers in Madrid, Eka say, for the very first time this season, Rodrigo, Vini, and then Mbappe all will start.
Okay.
And I think that's because Vini did not go for international break, Rodrigo did not go for international break, and Mbappe is on good form. Of course, in the injury of Brentford, Antonio Rudiger, so definitely it's going to be a huge one. Usually, Sana Takufiso Kubo, Ocean, former club in Madrid, or Tai Esi from Yonkunya. So I won't be surprised if Takufiso Kubo plays very well together with Marin, but still. I expect some Madrid are going to get exactly. They are going to get a good one. Frankie de Jong, so then obviously there isn't going to be Frankie de Jong, Yami Admochna, and it is big time for Brentford friend Mark Casado and our Brentford friend Hansi Dieter Flick. And then in the Italian Serie A, finally, Juventus and Inter in the Derby d'Italia. You don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it at all because. And 2 managers that me have a little bit of a problem with. And at 6 p.m. Inter aircraft away to Turin to go and play against Juventus. I think Agatudo, Juve team is a good one. And of course, Napoli have been very good. 5 games if not lost. They are playing against a not so consistent Fiorentina side, Florence. Napoli will go away to Florence, and I'm definitely sure say they will go and get a slim win away at Fiorentina. That is this for me. All the games, and now my coach, Nina boy, my catcher for a whole week in this country. I don't think they see that. Say you best start it Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Then they be a winners and they do have 4 coats, 3 coats. It's only here. Any amounts are there. Intimate show. Open coats part there. We do the good work on it. My catcher and yeah, fixed codes and yeah, Malam Sem is just purely data. Yeah, born here, Mobi. Just analysis and we try to give it to you. Intimate show. Uti already now person show games. No first one a better coats and BW10. D4 E5 A7. The next one a BW10 D4 A7 68. Third one a BW10 D4 88 2B. Last one I'm a BW10 D4 6A 78. All of the other codes no Obenyano Fifi Manfred, all social media handles, Twitter, Facebook, baby. Which Yaminto Greens and go.
Sure. It has a power 50 Manfred.